We've just been joined on set by another filmmaker, Joseph Valley. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Valley. Tell us about your journey as filmmaker and the support that you got from the film company.
Well, the support I got from the film company, they had a lot of workshops, and that is one of the things that I got from them in terms of being able to benefit from these workshops. For example, they had a 2-day Hollywood workshop on productions, script writing, and that kind of thing. So I benefited a lot from the projects that they had. The documentary, The Art of Stick Fighting, is a 3-part series. It documents all the elements of stick fighting in Trinidad and Tobago. I have 2 copies here. It's autographed, one for Paul and one for Jesse.
Oh, thank you.
This is autographed. So I brought those 2 here for you. It got nominated for Best International Documentary in England. And I was at the San Diego Film Festival where, Trinidadians up there, they came out to see, the documentary.
No doubt you were part of that huge international forum where there were other international exhibitors on stage. How did you find your work measured up to theirs? What was the response from those who saw it?
It was of a high standard, right? Because I looked at some of the other work that was there, and it was of a high standard. So I realized that Trinidad, we are producing really good stuff.
What's your next project for you?
Right now I'm working on the Black Power Revolution, Trinidad and Tobago 1970. Let the truth be told. The trailer is out.
How far along are you?
The trailer is out. Supposed to release in April 2012. After I sent out the trailer, universities around the world have been sending me email and want to know when it will be completed.
What type of research did you have to do to go into something as powerful and as riveting as the Black Power movement in Trinidad and Tobago back in the 70s?
I've been spending a lot of time at the National Archives, right, going through the newspaper clips and so on, reading a lot, speaking to, interviewing a lot of the people who were involved. Now, I'm not just looking at, let's say, the makandal, daaga, and let's say the Kafa Kambons, but what about the people who are part of it marching in the streets? What is their story, right? So I'm looking at it from that whole perspective.
Mr. Hanamji, when you hear stories like this, I guess it furthers your resolve that you're on the right track.
Yes.
From the film company's perspective.
We really looked at our filmmakers as flag bearers and also custodians of the public interest. And as Joseph was speaking, when you talk about making a film, it's not a trivial matter. It's not something that's just about fun. It's about recording your history and your culture. It's about creating employment and having money redound throughout different layers of the society, create employment, and create a product that will last with us for many, many years to come, and younger generations can enjoy it.
In spite of all the success that the film company has been able to see in the filmmakers in Trinidad and Tobago, what still are some of the biggest challenges facing the film industry? For funding, of course.
We've dealt with funding, but I also think another challenge is simply local and regional distribution. Joseph intimates that foreign markets are sometimes more open to our content. We need to look at that, at the model that we currently utilize on local television stations, and strike a balance without any sort of legislation or government intervention. We need to look within ourselves.
So you still get resistance from local media houses to airing? Really?
Yes. And it goes back to the question you were asking earlier. Because for different reasons, we have not trained the TV stations work on economic models.
What would they tell you is the reason that...
that advertisers will not advertise for local content. And that is why the TV Film Festival is hoping to disprove. Now, yes, we have not had corporate Trinidad come onto the television film festival because of timing issues, but I have a number of minutes of meetings where they are interested in supporting local content. And Errol would have told you himself earlier that there are companies such as Mario's who have come on and willing to support his second season. So the interest is there. But what we need to do as a public also, as citizens, we need to write in and we need to ask our TV stations to change their models. Tell them that we want to see local content. I had a wonderful meeting, my CEO, myself, with the CEO of Win TV recently, and he explained to us that he needs to create local content to meet the demand of all his markets, because Win TV is now aired online as well as I think C is. And you're looking at all these various markets. Why are you sticking yourself into that old model of last season North American content when we can all see that on cable or YouTube?
It doesn't define you as anything different.
No, and so apart from funding, we need to look at our distribution networks, because the two go hand in hand. There's no sense creating something and we don't have the regional and local distribution channels for it.
Folks, we've got to take a time out to take in the latest headlines from the C News Center, and we come back and spend a couple more minutes learning more about your next big project, which sounds really, really exciting, Joseph Valley. So don't go far. First Up continues. Let's find out what Stacey has for us on the news docket right now.
Welcome back to First Up. Into our final hour now, we still have on set with us, focusing on the TNT film industry, Mr. Joseph Valley, who is a filmmaker, have recently well articulated the artistic writing, and from the TNT Film Company, Mr. Hanamji. Before the break, Jesse asked about that exciting project you were doing, Mr. Valley, about the
on the 1970 Black Power Revolution.
And from the perspective primarily of those who marched in the streets, the people, as it were.
Right, so those are the people that I'm trying to get the stories from, because they were a part of that revolution. And the majority of the times when you hear about the revolution, then those names are not mentioned, right? So I'm going to St. James, getting the St. James story. I'm in Woodford Square, meeting people in Woodford Square, trying to see who are some of the people that were there, interviewing them. Furthermore, we also, producing this documentary in a different style. We actually have a music video that we are doing for the documentary, Brother Valentino. The Roaring 70s, one of his songs. Right, we'll be having an official song track for the documentary. All the songs that we use in the documentary going to be on a song track for the documentary. So the project, we're taking it to the next level.
Mr. Hanamji, given the success of this year's film month on local television, does the TNT Film Company have plans to extend it, given the fact that the appetite has been whetted, as it were?
I think that definitely using it, the momentum that it has built, we are going to continue going out to corporate Trinidad and building on the relationships we have with the local TV stations. And yes, I think that we would like to extend it. The demand is there. The citizens would like to see it, and we just have to work out some of the kinks and, as I said, get the statistical data in-house and have that power to get what we need from corporate Trinidad and to continue the good work that the filmmakers support their work, because it needs to be seen. It can't be hidden on a shelf.
Just give us a quick sneak peek ahead to 2012. What can we expect? 2012,
you can expect a new program called the Literature Adaptation, where we're going to take local award-winning or well-known pieces of literature and transform them into works on this big screen. You're going to be looking at another PASD call, where we're expecting to fund another 30-plus productions. The Secondary School Short Film Festival this year attracted about 500 students from 40 secondary schools, so that program is going to be increased in next year. And you're going to see, within the last few years, we've been able, through our funding, to employ close to 1,000 persons directly and indirectly. So in 2012, our KPIs are set to about 10 to 15% increase of that. So there's a lot to come out of not only the film company, but the film industry. And animation also, as I told you, is on the horizon as well.
So you're looking to discover the next J.K. Rowlings?
Of course.
In Trinidad and Tobago. Why did Harry Potter make all the money?
Or, as you were saying during the break, Anansi Spider.
Or Anansi Spider in animation.
Yeah. It would be interesting to see somebody make a movie about Papa Bois, the first radical environmentalist. Did you know that? Okay. It's been great talking to both
Same
of
here.
you.
Thanks for having us again.
Well, when you finish that documentary, you have got to come here on Food Stop
Of course.
and share bits of it with us.
Yes,
Looking forward to that.
And of course, I want to thank the Trinidad and Tobago Film Company for working on this collaboration with the television stations to have this festival, because this festival is so important for the local directors. All right, so I want to thank them for that.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to do it for this segment, folks.